Good evening and welcome everyone to a tale of high adventure starring dragons. This is Here Be Dragons. The dragons in question be here. Here they be.
Oh.
Hi, my name is Philip. I'm the dragon master of this game. I'm really the dungeon master because this is just a modified D&D rule set, but I'm calling myself the dragon master due to popular demand. Hello players, how are you all doing tonight?
Good.
Hooray!
Yeah.
I'm upgrading my Twitch app in the App Store so I can view along with the viewers at home.
Excellent, excellent. Well, we have a very, I'm very excited about tonight's game. We were down last week for All Hallows Eve, in which case we put forth a spine-tingling tale. It was super fun.
It was great.
I really enjoyed it.
If none of you watched that, you should go back and watch that because that was
fun. Pierce and Vanda were both in that one, and it was a lot of fun.
Vanda made a lot of fans.
Yeah, we did some. Oh, Vanda, by the way, this is a spoiler, I guess, if you haven't watched this, so I guess mute for about 10 seconds. Vanda, when you rolled a 100 twice in a row, which in that game that we were playing is a critical failure twice in a row, the odds of that happening are 1 in 10,000.
Wow.
Yeah, so well
it
done.
It was a special moment.
It was
I'll never forget it.
Could not have come at the more perfect time for the story, so that was delightful.
Oh, it was perfect for wrapping it up.
It was, I loved it. So in any case, that was super fun, but tonight's game, we are going to be jumping into a different kind of stress, and terror. When we last were with our delightful dragons, things had gone bad in their world of Wyrmloth, where the city of Cloud's Caress was suddenly besieged by these bipedal attackers who seemed to be just trying to destroy the dragons indiscriminately. Our dragons, they fled via a teleportation stone that had a teleportation spell stored in a crystal. They fled to kind of anywhere they chose. They chose to go to Bazankin, where Lord Buku Bazan hails. That wound up being a probably a wise detour to make, all told, because they enlisted the aid of Lord Dressley Bash, another lord of Bazankin, and they kind of prevented his murder or his assassination by various bipeds, and learned that this invasion seems to have been in the works for a while. This was not a sudden thing. It seems like no city is potentially safe, and even no castle is a safe place to go. They fought off the attackers, and then Lord Buku did a very good job of negotiating. Elan did a great job of suggesting perhaps you have some magic item which can get you away, and thanks to some other very improbable rolls, they always happen when you need them to. It's so great. Our heroes were able to actually get another teleportation spell, this time a teleportation circle. They assisted Lord Dressley Bash, and he has promised each of the dragons who carried his belongings sort of with them as much as they could carry. He promised each of them 1% of his non-magical hoard. With that, our group sort of gathered together. A teleportation spell was cast out of a ring of spell storing. The destination specifically is unknown to our friends, but it was described to them by Legok, the dragon sworn of their now deceased and very brief Professor Gerfoir. Legok said this seems like a bad idea, but it would get you guys somewhere very remote very quickly. You have taken a teleportation circle to the hoard of a dead dragon. You are going to a dragon's tomb. You have been warned not to take anything. Don't even touch any of the wonders that you might see. And Dukea, who is Lord Dressley Bash's house magician, they think they've got some ways to keep Lord Dressley, but they will probably do whatever they can to just prevent that from being a thing at all. So into this you go. You do have Kawulog, a dragon whom you rescued, who's still with you, is still pretty badly injured. I think all of this has been like 3 hours since the game began, as often happens in these D&D games. You also have with you the elvish major domo of Lord Dressley Bash. Her name is Imianthe Miraquin. So, 3 humanoids and 7 dragons. As this spell takes hold, rush onto the teleportation circle and find themselves pulled elsewhere in the world of Wyrmloth. And that is where we begin tonight's session. Your eyes, your dragons, you all have sort of dark vision and blind sight. Even so, it takes a moment of adjustment to sort of the dark chamber in which you find yourselves that does have an odd kind of luminescence around it. Shades of blue and purple, kind of eerie. A subterranean cave that is covered in these glowing crystals that seem to be growing out of the cave. And this is a fairly large cavern you find yourselves in. It can comfortably, although there are now 7 dragons, ranging from large to, I guess, literally 1 who's medium. So it's pretty crowded with all of you in there, but it is certainly doable to be sort of standing in here. This is an unworked cave. You do see that built into one side of it is some kind of shrine that has been carved out of the rock. It's been carved into the stone itself. There's a door that a medium creature can pass through and a large creature can maybe kind of stick a head through. Within this chamber, it is glowing a little bit more distinctly, with a kind of a soft sort of shimmering between blues and purples. It's not unpeaceful here. You also notice, kind of surrounding you, though there are crystals growing out that are glowing, it's mainly just sort of dark, and stalactites and stalagmites and just general cave features, but the sort of clear passage that you can see kind of slopes slightly upwards, a large aperture around 30, 40 feet kind of wide, maybe 20 feet tall. Certainly something that a few dragons could get through easily, or a dragon could kind of sail through, without too much trouble. Maybe not full wingspan, but kind of a couple easy flaps up there. Dragons of your size or even a little larger. Coming from that sort of chamber up there is extremely, is a much more intense glow. Still very soft, but you can tell there's sort of something up there. And kind of without any checks required, there's a sense of magic stuff's up there. Shinies. So, as you all emerge with these, kind of hastily packed bundles of coins on your backs, and all of these humanoids also fall out, you all find yourselves in this space.
Well, that was... I don't know, was that rougher for all you all? It felt a little bit weirder than, the last time, when first time we used the magic rock to teleport. I don't know, I feel like my stomach kind of lurched a bit there.
Yeah, you get used to teleporting after you do it for a while. My dad had a bunch of teleportation circles around, so we, whenever we need to get somewhere, we teleport.
That sounds mighty convenient.
It's really the only way to travel.
May he rest in peace if he's dead.
Oh, yeah.
Because it seems like probably we're all orphans now.
Oh, yeah, that is unfortunately seeming more and more like the truth. Shishu.
Just if you're feeling nauseous from the teleportation circle, I just want to make you feel a little extra nauseous at the thought that maybe your parents might have been killed by these bipedal monsters.
Oh,
more nauseous that our treasure has been
Oh, yeah.
stolen and
Definitely gonna throw
absconded.
up.
Oh,
Well, I think a good part of it was probably destroyed as well.
Oh,
Like
Not
beyond,
helping.
like irreparably.
I mean, I imagine so, yes. Like any sort of like works of art that were depicting y'all, it seems like some sort of uprising. I imagine those have been destroyed, burned, torn, that sort of thing.
I had so many prophecies written down, scribed, authentic, like genuine pieces.
Well, I imagine that prophecies are probably still true then, right? Like, I don't think them being written down really has any bearing over all the fates, right?
We're just gonna have
Your
to find a
path is
time
still your
machine and
path.
go back in time and have them rewrite the prophecies because I need my prophecies back too.
This,
you know what this is making me think?
What's that, Lon?
Makes me think that maybe we should think about like a distributed horde, you know? Like a horde that isn't just centralized in one place.
That's my brother. He's always thinking.
Well, that all these hordes though weren't centralized, and they still attack them.
these are wonderful thoughts. Does it matter because we have no horde now?
We have 1% of his.
Actually, yes, Lord Dressley Bash says, "Oh no, you've gotten your hands on a bit of a horde, haven't you?" Yes, of course. And I did a little bit of math as far as the sort of money that will be sort of handed out. And in fact, Imianthe she'll come forward and say, "Yes, so it appears based on my accounting, if we can please gather everything from your backs, I will do a quick accounting of Lord Dressley's horde, and we will pay you each your percent, if that is all right."
I take off my backpack and begin sort of dumping out the
Sure.
coins and stuff.
You probably
I
realistically
keep it separate. I draw like a line. So
understood. So you each put
Yeah.
5 kind of individual piles. I will
Like our
tell you
Halloween candy.
that your backpack was probably not all you were carrying. You probably
No,
filled
no.
your backpack and
Yeah.
then kind of had to work. But
Well,
you
yeah,
guys.
'cause there's a lot of like fruit in there and stuff and rations and like granola bars. So I was grabbing
Fruit,
those.
granola.
And
Well, yeah.
as
That's some dinner remains
We're going on like a
or
long trip.
stucking in my pockets.
The priorities of the country folk is always
Look, I don't like to
Cute.
get caught with an empty stomach. That's all I'm saying, Lord Boku-Bazan.
You're
I have a
right
couple
on.
of the
Are you
dead
still a lord?
bipedals that we just fought in my bag, just for
Uh,
snacks.
we went over this before. I'm still a lord, with
Are
or
you?
without. I am. It's a title that is passed down through my family.
A lord in title only. I get it. Okay, great.
Well, like, you know what?
Well, no,
think
I
if you-
mean,
if you think you're a
it-
lord, you call yourself a lord, then I guess we gotta treat
you
you
know,
like
you
a lord.
just if
I
it's
feel
true
like-
for you, it's true for you.
look, the condens.
it's okay.
con-
It's all right. I understand.
no,
You'll
no.
learn. Once you
Condescension.
Thank you,
Condensation?
thank you, and also no, thank you. I will not stand for that. I am a highest born person here, and there's no reason for me to have to take that kind of talk from the likes of you.
second highest born.
You just got corrected.
Is it all here? I will say that any of you who are proficient in insight, which I think is maybe Tangart and XigXag, Buku? Anyone proficient in insight notices that while Imianthe is kind of beginning to sort of count up this stuff and kind of moving between these things, and it looks like she's like she looks like she's very fast at counting and estimating. She has some kind of okay, but it seems like you get the sense she's doing good work. You notice that Lord Bash is also poring over all of his hoard, but Duukea, the sort of short-statured minotaur, they are really like asking a lot of questions, keeping focus, pointing things out within this cavern. And whenever Lord Dressley is turning up towards kind of like the more lit area above, is just kind of trying to redirect, keeping his focus here. Lagok is standing sort of amongst all of you, just kind of taking everything in.
And our buddy the bully, is he also keeping his cool?
He is keeping his cool. He has kind of like just like slouched against a wall sort of over there. He did carry, so technically Lord Dressley Bash is actually losing 6%. Now, if things were really to be fair, Lord Dressley Bash should lose 7% because the orcish Lagok was able to carry a large creature's worth of stuff through, but definitely is not requesting a percentage of the horde.
I feel like Lagok's not in it for the money, though.
No, Lagok's in it for service. But yes, after Kuwulog is just looking like Kuwulog just kind of is like, I need to rest, I need to sleep. And Kuwulog actually like kind of like drifts off. Doesn't seem to be in mortal danger, but is just like needs to do some healing here. Needs to do like a short rest, basically. In the meantime, Imianthe, after not too long, kind of will come over and say, all right, well, it would appear that things truly could have been much worse. It appears that we have managed to recover the entirety of Lord Dressley's magical holdings and 87% of his non-magical holdings. So of that 87%, of this, each of you is going to be getting 1% of that. That totals to 139 platinum pieces, 6 gold pieces, and 2 silver pieces for each of you.
Is
Could
that
you
a lot?
repeat that number?
139 platinum pieces, 6 gold pieces, and 2 silver pieces for each of you.
Is it possible for me to get that in gems?
You can have it in gems if you'd like, sure. There's, kind of things are being disseminated in the sort of proper way. That being said, what I need everyone but unfortunately Tangart to please roll a d6 for me.
D6.
Has she given out the distributed it yet?
She has not distributed it all yet. She's kind of putting it into piles. Why? What's up, Elan?
No, just wondering.
All right, so, and to this point, Blood Buku, I'm very sorry. You want to roll high on this roll.
I figured.
2, all right. Anybody, Vanda, what'd you roll on the d6?
4.
4. Shishu?
6.
6. Shishu, that robe of useful items for yours is about as expensive an uncommon item as they come. It is worth so if you want to keep these separate from your sort of, you might just want to tally your current magic item kind of like value.
Okay.
For you, that is, I'm gonna roll a. No,
Are
actually,
you telling me what the item is, or I already have the item?
you have the robe of useful items. It's
the robe of
that you already have. So that is valued at 60 platinum, and if you would go ahead and roll for me, a d10.
9.
9. So that's even better. So it is 69 platinum pieces that is worth.
Yep.
XigXag, you rolled a 4. Could you also roll a d10?
It is a 6.
6. Great. So yours is 46 platinum pieces. Elan, you rolled a 2 if you'd rolled a d10 on top of that. Tangard, I'm so sorry you do not have your magic thing with you.
4.
4. So 24 platinum. And then Lord Buku. Interestingly, you have the most genuinely useful of these things, but it's not a particularly well carved one. Is kind of the reason that it's sort of value lower. But go ahead and roll a d10. You might.
It's 4, so 14.
So 14 platinum pieces. So go ahead and consider that, and I will sort of let you guys know that this is certainly like a good bit to sort of build back your hordes. But in this game, 1 platinum piece corresponds to 1 XP.
Ooh.
Basically, 10 gold is 1 XP.
All right.
Cool.
So you are on the path to you're on the path to level 3, but you will need to acquire more something or another. And this was certainly helpful for you to have gotten certainly a good start, because I didn't think you'd have any of that, so there you go. So as these things are sort of distributed to you, and Lord Dressley Bash is, just glaring at each of you as you're sort of getting all of this treasure from him. Lagak is just kind of really taking in this area very carefully. Then she kind of goes over and is speaking to Duukea kind of sort of quietly, as Dressley Bash does not need to be distracted right now as you guys are getting to take some of his treasure. But eventually you all do have this sort of you have your reward for helping him move it all.
After she distributes it to me, I'd like to try to take her aside.
Imianthe? Okay.
And say, I think you may have miscounted, and I'm going to cast Distort Value on the gems that I have to reduce their perceived value by 50%.
Okay. Now this is one of those kind of crazy Acquisitions Incorporated spells, right? Mm-hmm. So I am not at all familiar with this.
Couldn't have done that. Can I get gems too?
All right. So,
sweet. That's a sweet spell.
Oh, she gets an investigation check.
She gets an investigation check. Now, I hate... Let me just look up what stats I used for her, because I think I know what creature she is, which means I think she's gonna have investigation.
Elon's trying to use like a fake Google image.
Yeah, yes. That's an excellent...
It's all like flawed opals.
Or Micah opal.
I'm just very excited to cast this spell.
No, I think it's great. You are.
Excellent.
It is just a shame that you're up against someone who. What's your spell save DC?
Spell save DC. Oh, it's not even that great either. It's 15.
15. Cool. So, Imianthe, I rolled.
Hold on. Actually, it's 13. Excuse me.
13. There we go. Imianthe is I rolled up an NPC generator that I got real into, where I took every single kind of like generic NPC from the book, so all your guards, your knights, your veterans, all the different kinds of mages. I made a list, and then I kind of divvied them up into stuff. So I said, who would be a major domo? I rolled on some selections, and the type of creature I rolled is interesting. It comes from that Candlekeep Mysteries book. It's kind of the stats used for the librarians there, and it's called a sage.
Oh boy.
And I am just going to just to kind of
be a wisdom save.
Just to be a bit of a dick about it. It's unfortunate because it kind of does go over 2 lines, but if you look through the investigation, it's just a +8 modifier. Don't worry about it. So you are, this is, and granted, this actually does make sense because this is someone who is the head of a household and oversees the horde for a major dragon.
Here we go.
So,
1 in 4 chance. That's a little bit less than that.
We'll see how it goes.
1 in 5, yeah.
Alrighty.
Oh yeah.
In the Anthe, I roll this die. Her, I do roll a natural 20. So
perfect.
Just
it's
kind
perfect.
of a nice little there
Oh,
she blows.
perfect.
So she just
She's had this people peddling this shit at
She-
her master's house before.
honestly, I almost want her to be like, oh, Acquisitions Incorporated spells, cool. Yes. So anyway, no, these you'll see that those are. I think you might have accidentally cast a spell on this and confused yourself.
Oh yeah. Oh, I see. Oh yes. Yes, of course.
Yes.
Thank you so much.
Elon.
And I'm gonna give her a wink.
My lord. She'll just sort of make sure you all have the proper amounts. That was, oh man, that was a great thing to try to do. Just unfortunately the wrong person to try it against. Now that you have your sort of gold has been distributed to you, your platinum, your experience and such, Lagak is kind of looking very nervous, talking to Duukea. And Duque is sort of gesturing to the shrine over on the side. Lagat kind of comes to all of you, notices that Kawulog is asleep, and thinking about that, and says, "So, we are, it appears that, this is, some sort of shrine to some, Duque there. Duque Keenmind is a member of some order. They call themselves, the Draconics.
Sorry, the Draconics? Is that what you said?
They are, it's from Hexoth. It's from some of the, the magical academies there. But they sort of worship Dream. They worship, these sorts of things like this, and have done so for years. I'm not particularly familiar with this order, and I have pretty good arcana, knowledge of arcana myself. But it seems to be a rather obscure one, but for some reason this is a site that they're capable of coming to. For those of you, I don't think there's any danger in telling you where we are on the map. We have kind of traveled back to the eastern part of the world, but we are a fair bit north. We are just off the coast of, hold on. I can't remember the names of the places I have. We are just east off the coast of Moonshadow. And if you all look at your maps, the map is available on our Discord if anyone watching wants to see that. It's in the download section. But if you look at the map, just east of Moonshadow, there's a smaller island. It is called First Beam. That is where we are.
What?
First Beam, a beam of light. It is said it is the first place that the sun or the moon shine their rays, but honestly, it might be. Well, I think it probably lands other places, but this is what they've named it. So we're much closer to Cloud's Crest, but we are under a mountain, I've been told.
Do you think we should go up to the surface?
Well, Duque said that can be tricky. But, and she has never done so. She has come here to sort of pay homage in this shrine to a demonic entity. But also to pay homage to the dragon who rests in grace up that way.
I'm just concerned that with all this strange treasure around, thing here might be
Indeed.
problem.
I have not seen any other. It appears we are at an end, so I don't know if we should explore up there, trying to keep Lord Dressley here, or if there is some passage in this chamber we're missing. But this is what Duque knows. Duque has only come here and then up there, has never ventured outside of this mountain. So, I serve at your pleasure, dragons. I will train you once we feel share certain things with you. Once we feel we have some security. But to that point, I serve at your pleasure.
And we have some
do you have an
guidance from the shrine.
Items from the shrine?
Guidance.
Oh yes, if any, I believe Lord Buku could probably access the shrine. The rest of you could poke ahead in. We can go and look at it if we'd like to.
Low, highborn enough to squeeze through.
Yes, I am highborn. If there's a question of highbornness, I have it. I'm confused. Why would you bring that up?
Well, then, Buku, I'm always one to take in the sights and get my bearings when I arrive at a new place. So if you want to kind of lead the way, then...
Sure, of course, yes, of course.
Kind of you. Really appreciate it, friend.
It's fine. I was just going to wallow in my loss anyway. So, yes, let us proceed forth.
Well,
and
I think you should be happy with your gains. Right? You just got
Accentuate the positive.
You just got a bit of treasure to start your own hoard. Be an independent Buku.
Master Lasso, your optimism has no bounds, apparently, and for that I'm grateful. Yes, we have come up very big. I did not just lose an entire kingdom and throne and
well, really, we
future.
All lost the whole world, is what I'm starting to feel like. So these little
also
bits that
accurate.
we've gathered here seems like
Excellent.
What we should kind of.
all that there is in our world is here with us in this decrepit mausoleum.
And we are in
a
control
dragon
of it,
we cannot
so
take the
then
horde of.
You are indeed a lord, as are we all, apparently.
Apparently so. Yes. Wonderful. Wonderful. We shall divvy up this massive kingdom here in this cold stone crypt.
Lord Buku.
Between the five of us. Very well. Let's venture on and explore this wondrous place.
Lord Buku.
Yes.
There is still, I am but an orc. But...
Find 6 of us. Fine.
Well, also there is our injured friend over there.
That doesn't, no.
I am but an
Conscious
orc.
people only. What was it you wanted to say? I'm sorry.
You notice that Lagok is kind of like is kind of wrestling with sort of 2 impulses and really has never been in this position, but is basically saying,
Just say it.
I am only an orc and would not deign to speak to any dragon, especially a lord of Bazankin.
He's very small.
However,
He's very medium.
Unnecessary.
until I have imparted the wisdom that Gerfoy entrusted me to impart to you, I am, in some ways, your instructor. So, to that end, I would say, Lord Buku, a true dragon would not cry about what they've lost, but they would do everything in their considerable power to gain even more than they ever had before. And this will be your philosophy moving forward. And kind of like she gets kind of like you're sort of smaller, so she's not like speaking up, and she kind of gets in your face and says, you will do this. You will gain much and you will give it up. And you will gain even more again and give it up again. Over and over until you have the power you require. All of you.
Lord Buku was on all fours, kind of depressed, and at this point he stands up on his hind legs, so he's clearly taller than this orc. Gets his bone.
She's pretty tall,
staff.
but fair.
I mean,
I think with the neck, you're right. It's like
that's what I'm thinking,
Yeah,
right?
just with the neck,
he gets that
you're-
like 8.5 foot kind of thing going,
full extension, yeah.
and this is like, you overstep your bounds to question my will and commitment to our cause. There is no one here more desirable of vengeance than I.
Oh, vengeance is
None
for
has-
weak minds, Lord Bubazan. Vengeance is for petty dragons. Power is for true dragons.
I'd like to extend my claw or my hand out to like see if she'll sit on it, or like I'd like to raise her up.
She actually. I have to roll on this now. I remember this. She is going to.
Oh, right.
Ooh, another natural 20 for these NPCs tonight. I'm loving this. This is my die for the former white dress. So yeah, so she begins to just hover up.
Yes.
Kind of like, like still summoning the power of Gerfoir, and like she becomes frosty over her. So her armor begins to frost up, and she's just like, I am telling you, Lord Buku, I believe that you are noble enough for such things, but you have much to learn, and until you do, you must listen to me.
Well, what is it you wish to say then? If you are so all-knowing in this matter.
She kind of lands. Simply that you need to stop complaining. It's bumming everyone out.
You really should try to focus on the more positive aspects.
Yes. Make a plan moving forward.
Books. We just got disrupted. That's all.
Books, that's cute. Let's call him Lord Books.
Please.
We just got disrupted. We
Books.
just got to
He's
rebuild.
so
We just got to
cute.
pivot, rebuild,
dude.
come back stronger.
Yeah.
All right.
Circle back around on some synergy,
Where are we going?
Are they
Just
talking. Everybody's just talking. Can I just stick my head into the shrine?
Sure.
Getting bored with all this.
You stick your head into the shrine. What you see in there is that it is a very, very simply built chamber. There are a few sort of benches carved of stone with crystals kind of growing out of the edges. So, it's like you'd be sitting amongst crystal almost and kind of be lit. The lighting in here, if Shishu could make it in and get a minor illusion of herself, it's amazing. It's like, it really is something you'd put on your story. But the
magic hour.
there is an altar at the center of it. You probably can't quite get your neck all the way, like you can't like put your face right up against it, even just with your large creature neck. But there is an altar, and the altar is kind of carved of like moonstone, and it's softly glowing, with kind of this white but opalescent, so it's kind of shimmering and changing. And rising up from this, it looks like almost like a wishing well, and this like sort of it appears almost like there's like a water that is kind of rainbow colored that is sort of shimmering and moving up out of it. Make an investigation check, XigXag, as you kind of are trying to look it over.
I rolled a 2.
Yeah, you're not sure what's going on here. You're not sure if there is a thing there, or if it is somehow a
7 beat
magical
everything,
object. But you basically see this altar, and it seems like there's like kind of places you can sort of just sit and commune with whatever this draconic entity that has been described might be.
I carefully pull my neck back and I say, Dukea, check this out.
Oh, I've been in there before, yes.
Oh, okay.
I come
what
here
does
to
it do?
pray. Oh, it's that's for the that's the draconic entity, the one that we connect with.
Okay. Can it help us to get out of here? Maybe.
You wish to pass out of the cavern without... what do you mean out of here? Just...
Well, I'm not sure that staying in this other dragon's treasure lair is a wise thing.
Probably not. Yeah,
On the long run.
Can you all just keep an eye on... Dukea kind of is like gesturing to Lord Dressley, who's still focused on making sure his treasure's right. And it also sounds like he got some wind of Elon trying to cast some spell on some of the stuff. So he's like making sure that Imianthe did it. And Imianthe is kind of just giving him some of these of like, it's all taken care of, everything's fine. You know, she's like, she's not at all casting any blame on Elon, but also assuring him nothing bad. And he's like, no, but that might have been part of the scam. Maybe he did that so that you caught it and knew, but now he's doing it. And she's like, I assure you, my lord, but I will double check. And she's, you know, recounting everything, and he's watching that. So Dukea kind of gestures to him and then steps in. And then you see Dukea sit down and then immediately go... just this very kind of loud snoring type.
I get that sort of makes sense then if you talk to Dream that you would have to be dreaming. I don't know why that's surprising to me.
Shoot, that does remind me. I need to look up one thing.
Her leg's moving. She's running in her dream. That's always the favorite part.
That's right. Oh. Lord Dressley Bash suddenly snaps his head, kind of like towards that entrance, and says, there are ethereal things here.
Ethereal?
Ethereal. Yes. Ethereal.
Okay.
Like
Should we be
ghosts
worried?
and spirits and
They're
that kind of
probably
thing.
part of the curse.
I see the normal kind of things of ethereal natures around, but no, there was something much more sturdy moving through the border ethereal right up there. He begins moving up that direction.
Let's follow him.
Guess we should.
Yeah.
keep an eye on
I'm
him.
following.
He
him.
probably needs to back up.
As
Yeah.
he goes
Oh,
up there,
distraction.
he kind of pauses in front of you, but at this point, the cavern opens up. And what you see is one of the most impressive hoards that any of you have laid eyes on.
Are you sure we can't touch
Don't
it?
touch it. Don't touch it.
I want to, though.
Don't touch it.
What if you really want to touch it?
And
don't touch it.
he is Lord Dressley is just like
Nope.
is taken totally speechless by what he sees. There is a rather large creature. It is just on the other side of I guess what you would call huge compared to you all. I'm so excited we're finally playing again because this is the first game we have had since the new book came out. What you see here,
Oh boy.
actually, this is a bit on the obscure side. Are any of you proficient in, I guess nature, this would be?
Yes.
All right, then XigXag, make me a nature roll. And then if anyone is proficient in Arcana, they can make an Arcana roll. The DC is much higher.
14 Arcana.
14 Arcana.
11.
So the dragon you see before you looks like this.
Oh, it's pretty.
And it is sort of oddly glowing, even though it is dead. Perfectly preserved, as all dragons who choose grace are, based on the magic that puts them into this kind of eternal dreaming death. But this dragon is over these just piles of gold that is radiating some kind of arcane energy. Those of you proficient in Arcana probably suspect the energy, at least, is probably more related to the Fae. This might be fairy gold, which is a gold that is imbued with...
It's the best kind of gold.
It's imbued with emotion.
Oh.
In addition, there are, but kind of what is attracting all of your attention, and it kind of, someone were here, they would see 6 dragon heads just turning as one. Because to one side of this dragon, there appears to be a library that has been built with these custom sort of shelves that have been built. All of these books just in these perfect rows, and it looks like it's been like custom made. The shelves are made of crystal, and they're kind of vaguely sort of see-through. And this library kind of is curved and seems to have been built over the body. At the top of the library, a kind of like a curving staircase of shelves and shelves, there is this one book, and all of you see it. It is on a little pedestal. It is within a glass case. And this book, you are almost positive, is a legendary item.
I want it.
This is radiating
No, don't do it.
so much.
If
If any of you just from here would like to make a perception check, you may do so to kind of
Yeah,
see if you can really observe it. From this
I would
distance.
like that. I would like to perceive things.
Um,
Go to that book.
Oh, man.
Now,
And I guess I will
Then
also
if-
mention, on the other side of this dragon who lies dreaming, there is a mural that has been painted with magical paints that seem to like move and shift and shimmer. It seems to be some vista in the Feywild. It is absolutely entrancing, although you as dragons are much more entranced by the warning, value up top. What do we have?
24.
24.
5.
5. With a
Five.
5, all you see is just it's like all you see is shining. Anyone who is over a 20 does notice that this seems to be a massive spell book. It is gold with red leather, and on the front of it, almost serving as like a lock piece, is a phoenix feather that is kind of like subtly aflame. Just
Sounds like an important book.
soundly burning. Just a little bit.
I think we gotta.
For no
Love
reason,
this book,
she
I
keeps
swear.
saying red leather, yellow leather, red leather, yellow leather. But she doesn't know why.
There is also a good number of like spread out amidst this. There seem to be just other like valuable, cool things, like other incredible pieces of artwork or other treasures. You also notice that this dragon does seem to be wearing some kind of like claw over their claw, some kind of almost like it would serve as a weapon for a dragon. You know, kind of some pump things up a little bit. So yeah, and you also see a hilt of a blade, like stuck all the way to the hilt. No sign of the blade sticking up above it into like another little mound of fairy gold, kind of just outside of the wing that is kind of over most of it.
Shoes anywhere?
Sorry, what was that?
Any magical shoes anywhere?
You do not see any magical shoes or mundane shoes.
I think we gotta get.
Or brains?
Hey, Lagok.
You don't see any mercs either. Lagok is kind of walking up after you all, kind of cautiously, like, all right, is this already lost? Are they taking something from this dragon?
No.
Yes. What can
why-
What you all have come up here? I think we maybe suggested this was a bad plan.
It's really pretty up
Yeah,
here.
it's really starting to feel like a bad plan right now.
Oh my, this was a really bad idea.
Looks pretty good to me.
We should have
Yeah,
just
I like it.
we
I'm
should have just
enjoying
gone to Ekentown. This was really
We've,
stupid. Okay.
So why are we not supposed to take this?
Well, because when you disturb the horde of a dragon who's chosen grace, there are terrible curses that can befall you. Lord Dressley is kind of just like staggering forward slightly.
All right,
Curses.
let's let's get what's the plan here, Lagok?
Where
We gotta
is
get out
this?
of here.
Yes, we do, but we need to convince Lord Dressley to come with us.
What kind of curse? Just curious how
Well,
that works.
Based on the fact that I do not recognize... Actually, Lagok gets to roll on this. Hold on. Lagok has pretty decent... I think Lagok may have a decent Arcana score. Not that amazing, actually.
He can't touch anything. Lord Dressley shouldn't touch anything.
Lagok says, I do not know. I am unfamiliar with this dragon. Duukea said it was a horde of an obscure dragon. This is a wealthy, impressive dragon. I'm not sure. This dragon could have been dead for years and years and centuries for all I know.
Sure, of course,
but
sure.
Lord Dressley is just like, well, this is I don't wish to disturb the horde, of course, of a dragon, but we could all, given the circumstances, perhaps we should all take something from it.
Maybe not.
Or at least investigate it.
Does a curse?
Maybe not.
There's the.
Can,
It's just
can I
bad
hold my
luck, it's
soul
not truly
coin
a
up to
curse.
his ear, maybe as a distraction?
Sure, he does snap over to your soul coin. Say, there's a soul in that. Wait, we came up here. There were creatures in the border ethereal here. But
Yeah,
He
they
kind
are
of looks
probably that
around.
part of the curse.
Lord Dressley will make a. Wow. Lord Dressley, interestingly, because of like the dragon feats he took, has true sight, but his perception, meh. So he looks around, but whatever it was that drew him up here, he was distracted long enough
Let's
that he seems
let's
to
just
have lost.
let's head back down just to reconvene, just to think about it.
That's that seems like a mighty fine plan, Elan. We should back
'Cause
away.
I'm starting.
Yeah, reconvene, definitely.
I
Back
feel.
away
Anyone
from
else
all.
feel hot? Do you feel hot?
I feel like
hot.
my
totally,
yeah, I feel
I'm
like
hot,
my
yeah.
throat kind of closing up a
Turning
little
up.
bit.
Then let us all. There we go. Good dragons, all back down below. Yes. This
So,
is the-
Lagok, what's the plan? Like, are we staying? Are we staying here?
Well,
Are we-
I had actually originally thought that perhaps we should try to stay within the caverns of this horde, but this may be too much to temptation. We need to get and kind of Lagat kind of was very quietly to say to you, Elan, we need to get this other dragon out of here quickly, though. Unfortunately, I did not see any means of exiting from where we were, which means we may have to get him past all of this, and that is trouble. So perhaps we should seek alternate passage.
Yes.
Can I step up to the other lord?
Yeah,
the,
sure.
the one that's going crazy.
He's turned around as was suggested. So yeah, as you guys are kind of going back down.
Oh, he's coming down.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh no, it's great. If he's going away, then that's great.
He's not so old, not so senseless that he's overcome, but you all without insight rolls or proficiency required can tell he's more affected by this than any of you.
I'll just whisper to him then. Just there's never a rush to these things. The horde is not going anywhere.
Not bad thinking, Lord Buku Bazank. Bazan. Kind of pats you on the back a bit of a like, all right, And from a pat on the back from him,
I
is
do a
probably
laugh
pretty-
back.
Yeah.
Yes, indeed.
Kind of
Indeed.
climbs down and just, but now you see he is just constantly like staring up there while kind of moving around in the smaller cavern. What is everyone else doing? Duke still is snoring softly from within the shrine.
I'll try to rest because I'm also somewhat damaged.
XigXag kind of goes down to rest. Anybody else doing anything down here?
I'll check the shrine out.
Yeah, I'll sort of like post up near the way that we went up Sort of like block.
Understood. Just trying to
Yeah.
intercept anyone who might suddenly kind of
Yes.
get it.
Sort
Yeah.
of just
I
like
can
being
rest there too. So, we are, like,
So
side
you
by
and
side.
XigXag is sort of sitting down trying to get a rest in. Shishu, anything you're doing?
I just want to really just enjoy the light and draw myself.
Understood. You're getting some good sketches for
Yeah.
for whatever the gram equivalent is. Perfect.
But whenever my followers and I are reunited.
Is it called the drug? Is it called the draggram? Dragram?
Instagram?
Dragstagram?
Dragstragram?
Dragstagram?
Instagram. Instagun.
Instagram.
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 Guys,
I like
Instagram?
My dragon.
will
Dragon talk.
my Jaws
Dragon book.
Jaws book,
Dragon book.
scale book. Yeah, exactly. So
Snapdragon.
Snapbook.
Snapdragon.
Snapbook.
There you go.
Snapdragon,
Oh,
there you
that's
go.
So cute.
Nice.
in any case, whatever it
Dragon
is,
snap.
you were kind of drawing yourself. Lord Buku, we're coming to you in a moment. Tangart, anything you're doing?
Yeah, man, I think I'm just gonna have a granola bar and take a nap.
Understood. Also a bit of a rest. You do notice, those of you sort of conscious or whatnot, you do notice that Lagok is just kind of like walking the perimeter of this cave. Just looking around. Seeing if there's like like if something actually leads to some passageway or here or there.
Do you want me to help you look, Lagok?
Yes, why don't you take a gander as well? Please make a perception check for me, Elon.
Cocked. 14.
You kind of start staring at some of those crystals, and it's that like where you're like staring at something too close, and suddenly you're like, whoa, you lost like 60 seconds there of just like what, almost disorienting. But Lagok kind of looks around and is.
Do you need some help? You look like you're looking for something.
Yes, well, keep resting. We can look when there's no huge rush, I don't think. Lord Buku, you have gone into the shrine. Duukea is sort of just making bull noises as they sleep. What are you doing? You see this like altar with this well and this kind of like, you can't tell if the liquid that seems to be flowing out of it doesn't really seem like liquid, just whatever material is flowing up. You can't tell if it's going up or down. There's something very hypnotic about it.
I'll get closer to it and see, I don't know, examine it a little bit.
Understood. Make an investigation check.
It's not bad. 19?
19. This is definitely some kind of like magical conjuration. It is probably effectively illusion. Like, you think you could probably pass a claw through it. It doesn't seem like it's fully solidly here. It is shaped like a wishing well, and it seems to have all sorts of like, it definitely is radiating something. Like, you feel like, it's not necessarily heat, but as you get closer, you kind of feel some sort of energy or some sort of like pulse coming through it. You do begin to feel tired, but it is not like forcing a save. There's definitely a soporific quality, but it's not putting you to sleep. But you could maybe see how maybe lesser creatures or something might just immediately fall asleep upon
Of course.
walking in here. There's something interesting. Yeah.
More base creatures than myself. I'd like to put a claw into the flowing.
You put a claw through the flowing, and there's like ripples. Kind of, it goes, you feel it both flowing up and down, and there's a sensation for a second. It does seem illusory, but you are feeling it. You're able to pass through it, but it's kind of like it's like sticking your hand through Jello or something. But you feel that it's going both up and down at the same time. It kind of has like an odd sensation. And as you do, and as you spread it, you're catching just tiny little glimpses within it of just of places, things, creatures. Some dragons, many more not. Just of thoughts and things. Make an Arcana check.
27.
27. You strongly suspect that you were like putting your hand into dream. This is somehow a place in which dreams exist.
Okay. If I'm doing that, I want to use that. I want to see if I can't discern the type of creature's dreams.
Understood. So you're going to kind of try to go a little bit deeper. I will say that at this point, you do feel something like pulling you in. You feel like it's not forcing a save, but you think if you kind of like let your consciousness go, it might force a save, and you could willingly just go along with it if you wanted.
Okay. I don't know that I want to try and fight it as long as I can, but I want to see as much as I can and discern. I kind of want to see how many dragons there are still dreaming.
Oh,
right?
Interesting. Okay.
I want to see if I can't catch the dreams of folks I know, or maybe even the intruder's dreams.
Understood. You want to go into the dreaming and see how much you can kind of perceive and understand.
Yeah, or even of the sleeping guardian of this tomb.
Understood.
Yeah. Whatever. I want something.
Lord Buku, you push in, and it does not take long before you feel yourself kind of being dragged. I need you to make a wisdom saving throw as you sort of rather quickly come up against.
Oh, I was rolling so good till then. That's a 10.
And you feel consciousness drifting away from you. And you are like trying to like communicate with something. You said you wanted to like go after dragons and such, and you do feel a very strong draconic presence. And you sort of find yourself you're standing in a forest. It's extremely calm here. The trees themselves, like the bark on them, is kind of softly phosphorescing. It's very peaceful. Something about it seems familiar. I want you to make a history check for me.
That's another bad roll. 11.
You feel like you should recognize this place. You feel like you really should recognize it. Like this is very... You can turn this like a beautiful vista looking out. Make an Arcana check.
27.
You are positive that you're in the Feywild right now? Like you're sure of it? I think also, what is your wisdom score?
14.
14.
My intelligence is 20.
Make a this is more kind of a feeling thing. Just make a flat wisdom check for me.
4.
Cool. Yeah, you I'm just going to tell you for how you would roleplay this. There is no sense that you're dreaming. You just think you're in the Feywild right now. You're not.
True.
It doesn't matter how you got here. You know you're here. Everything's fine. You have no sense of the dream thing. You basically you just got pulled fully in.
It's the Feywild. Weird stuff happens. Things get pulled in and thrown around. I get it.
Indeed. Now, from where you're standing, what is your passive perception, Lord Buku?
That would be a 15.
15 is, yeah, okay, so Lord Buku, you do see that kind of like not far from you, there is a dragon kind of this kind of strange green-blue scales, a large horn on its head. It's just kind of sitting here, calmly looking around, doesn't seem to have noticed you. You feel like you just saw this dragon, but you're not sure what that's about. It's something.
I'll go talk to him.
This dragon, she sort of turns to you and says, Are you dead?
No, of course not. Are you?
Oh. I think so.
Oh. Oh.
What is your name?
I am Lord Buku Bazan, heir of the Dragonkind Empire. Oh, how will I have the pleasure of addressing?
I am Hecatoline.
It's quite a colorful name there.
Well, I'm quite a colorful dragon.
Ah, you are indeed.
You are yellow.
And you are blue.
Oh, no. I am not a blue dragon. I am a moonstone dragon.
Whoa.
Ah, well, that is fancy.
We are very rare, just like you. I think more rare.
Perhaps, but this is not a competition.
How did you die, Lord Bukubazan of Bazankin?
I don't believe I did die. I don't remember dying. Pretty sure I'm still alive.
Neither do I most of the time.
Oh.
How did you come to be here?
Do I remember how I came to be here?
Make a history check.
12? 11? 13? Sorry.
You know you are looking... You know that you were in the horde of a dragon, and you know that you're looking for a way out of it.
I mean, that might be a liberal take on things.
You know you were tasked with finding a way out of it.
Right. I don't know how I came to be here. I know I was looking for, I was in Dragon's Horde, and we were looking for an exit. I was looking for...
Where are you right now?
I'm right here with you. I mean, that's clearly, we're talking.
Where are we?
I mean, I would suppose the Feywild is what I've gotten from this.
Do you know where?
You know, I feel like I should know, but I don't know.
That's because you're dead. Just like
No. See, I'm definitely not dead.
I've never seen this place. I've only seen it. And I still dream of being here, but I've never learned where it is. I just know it's in the Feywild.
Why would you go here if you were dead?
Where else am I to go?
There's mountains and deserts and swamps. You could go to Bazankin. Lovely, lovely place. I do recommend it.
You glance over and you're in Bazankin. You're just outside of Crowneth Bazank.
Oh, yes. Look, this is... You are my guest here. You should come with me. I will introduce you. Hold on. And I start to walk towards our family estate.
Okay. You sort of, if you can fly, and this dragon will fly along with you.
Oh yeah.
As you fly in that direction, Lord Buku, I will say no roll required on this. Crowneth Bazank looks a little wrong. It looks different.
Oh, this seems a little. I don't remember that. But
go ahead
really
and make a,
matter.
I guess a history check.
17.
It's missing some buildings.
This is strange. There's definitely some. I swore the shop was over there. Well.
Oh, it probably is. This is all I've seen.
Oh, well, then let me show you some fantastic stuff.
Tell me of this shop you want to see. Hecatoline kind of flies over and kind of looks in the place you're looking. Where is it?
Oh, yes. Oh, well, this is Gertrude's magic shop. It's very small, boutique, as they say, but she carries the best items in there.
What color is the facade?
Oh, it's like a much like all of Bazankin. It's got this kind of stucco pattern to it. We build a lot of originally a lot of it was like, mud mortar type of brick building type of thing. It's got these nice, shaped domes, much like the rest of the Dragonkind area. Lots of, reds and oranges.
You see a just like very nondescript kind of like mud daub, like stuccoed then building. It does not look anything like what you're saying.
No,
kind of
it's
taking
not.
form in that place. She's like, anything like that, maybe?
No, nothing like that. That is awful.
I'm
awful.
sorry.
It's okay. I suppose it's not your fault. You haven't seen it. Is there? How do you do that? How can I do that? Can I just build something with my mind?
If you're dead and you're strong enough, sure.
I'm not dead. Pretty strong though.
Go ahead and make a flat charisma check. This is just pure willpower. This is just like trying to exert your will.
Oh, I got this.
Okay.
You
rolled.
Oh, I'm sorry. Do you say charisma check?
Flat charisma check. Yeah.
1.
Okay. So you try to do it, and it basically what happens is what would happen if you were trying to do this in real life. If you looked at a building and said, become that building. Just, you feel no connection to anything. It just didn't happen. She looks at you and goes, oh, maybe you're not dead. Or not very powerful.
you? Wait, now, there's no need for that.
Oh, I'm sorry. It's been a while since I've conversed this long with anything.
That's fine. Well, maybe you can help. We're looking for... I know we're in a horde or something, and we're looking for a way out of it.
Oh, you must go through the Feywild.
Oh, excellent.
My horde. I think you're in my horde.
Oh, are we in your horde?
But there's no entrance to my cave. My horde, where I'm buried and I dream, it's inside of a mountain. You must pass through the Feywild to get in or out, unless you have another means of getting there. There's no entrances.
It's very secure.
But you're dead.
No, I'm not dead.
I'm sorry.
Wait, why are you sorry?
Oh, it's so hard to be alive.
It's very true. Very true. Oh, quick question while I have you here.
Stop.
You said this.
She kind of like, she's staring right in your eyes, but what she's actually reflecting is she's looking at a reflection in your eyes. Over my shoulder, do you see them?
Do I see them?
Make a perception check.
18.
You see this kind of just like burning figure, just this shape, kind of like dark and red. And it's kind of just like moving through the space, not really like laterally, just kind of like burning through, but it seems to be like scanning around.
Yes, I see it.
Okay. Where should we go?
What is that?
I don't know. I haven't been dreaming nicely lately.
That's not good. Let's go back to your forest.
Okay. It's over here. And you guys turn, and you're just like, you turn your head and you're in the forest again.
I look back. Is that thing there?
You don't see that shape, that kind of shadowy dark figure.
Okay, that was weird. Why have you not been dreaming well?
Something's in here with me. Something's in here with us. If you're dead, they'll probably leave you alone.
I'm not dead.
But they're very upsetting. I think there's 3 of them.
Okay. All right. Hey. Okay. Cool. All right. Couple questions really quickly. Do you happen to have any idea how I can get out of here then and back to wherever I was?
If you're dreaming, just wake up. Unless you're dead, in which case you'll never wake up.
Okay. Okay.
I love her so much.
All right. I'm not dead, but that's great. Cool. Oh, that was,
Oh, that's hiccups. I'm sorry.
it's fine. It's weird, but it's fine. Quick question though, before I skedaddle back to a safer, not really safer, different place. Any chance I could have some of your horde? Would that be problematic at all? I mean, you're sleeping, right? So you don't need it.
You seem to have caused like genuine offense.
Whoa! I meant no offense. We are in a dire situation.
Make a persuasion check.
Oh dear God! Oh, that's a
Come
decent
on.
roll.
Come on.
Oh, can you? Wait, I gotta make sure. Can I use? Did I do that too soon? Can I use
Oh,
intelligence for this?
yeah, that's one that I think those are automatically become intelligence. Yeah,
20 then.
it should be on your thing there.
It's changed. I just want to make sure I didn't change it prematurely. Yeah, 20. I meant no offense.
You can read, but don't take anything. But also you're dead, so you can't do anything except dream. I guess it wouldn't be bad if you dreamt of my things, but I don't like that, even in my dreams.
All right. Nothing leaves. Understood. Maybe just read a little bit.
You
Some
can read.
entertainment.
You can read if you're alive and you're there, but I don't like that.
Okay. Maybe just like one little thing if it needs. Yeah, we're at kind of a bad spot, and we might be the last dragons alive. Which you don't care about. That's fine.
Well, I'm already dead.
True.
The more the merrier. Just, but if you see them, stop them. I just want to dream.
Okay. If I stop them, can I,
What would you say if I asked you the same thing? If I'm alive and this is your dead dream, and I asked to take your horde, what would you say?
I would say over my, hell no, over my dead body you could take it, and even then I'd still say no.
Yes.
How dare you? I'm offended that you would even ask such a thing.
I'm offended that I'd ask such a thing too. I feel horrible. What has death made me? It's those creatures, those three creatures.
You're right. I'm sorry.
No, you're right. I'm sorry. How dare I ask that of you? I don't want any of your horde.
Well, good, because you can't have it.
Yes.
I think I should probably wake up now.
We should... You're dead. You're still dreaming, but we should dream separately. But maybe we'll dream together again.
I think not, but perhaps.
Still, you don't seem very good at this. Where did you want to dream?
I would like to be back in think your horde. Think your horde is where I'm trying to be.
Very well. You can dream of it. She kind of gives you one last just like, and then she kind of like suddenly you feel you're in a cavern and she's gone and you are waking up in that shrine. And Du'Ukea is also sitting up and Du'Ukea is just going, I remember now. We're supposed to. This thing is sealed and we're supposed to go out through the Feywild. Yeah, that's the ticket.
Yep, that's the ticket.
Oh, you came in here.
I did.
Wait, did you have a dream?
I don't think it was a dream.
Did you talk to a demonic entity?
No, I talked to I talked to the owner of this place, the dead dragon.
The Moonstone Dragon.
Yes,
That's a demonic entity.
Yes. Oh, well then, yes, I did.
Wow. First try.
Quite a surprising conversationalist for
Impressive.
someone completely disinterested in anything living.
Oh yes, she's dead.
Indeed.
Well, and then kind of Du'Ukea kind of goes to the altar, stands there, like bows multiple times in weird ways, and makes various gestures and then turns and just walks out.
Bipeds are strange. And I'll walk out after her.
I will say that a rest has passed for those of you who are taking one.
Excellent.
Can I roll then?
You may roll some hit dice if you need to.
Short rest.
A short rest.
Well, okay.
And your friend Kawulog is going to expend a few hit dice as well. I'm just gonna say.
And do I get back all the hit dice that I just spent?
Is that a thing you? Oh, I think it's that you. No, I think it's you get back all your hit dice. You get back all of them when you take a long rest, not just half.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. But the rest of you kind of, Shishu, you made some great drawings. Elon, you have healed if necessary. You just, and Dressley Bash did not leave. Those were healed. So
Since I ate a couple of bipeds, can I just put that towards my hit dice to restore a little bit of?
yeah, that sounds fine. How far down are you?
Just 10 points.
That seems fine. Yeah.
Thank you.
You ate some peep. That's how your whole terrifying nonsense works. We won't go into the exact thing. So the point is, you all kind of gathered back together, and Duukea has come out, and Lord Buku has come out as well, and Lagak says, "You fell asleep, Lord Buku Pazana Bazangin."
I mean, if you say so. I don't feel like I slept, but
Are you all right?
I mean, actually, I feel pretty rested. Yes. I'm quite good. Had a nice little conversation with the owner of this place.
Oh.
Yes.
What did they say?
Said not a lot, to be honest. There's 3 creatures following him. Probably going to try to kill us. My guess is it was what you
Dressley?
Dressley's what?
It's probably what you saw over there. Some ethereal things. We need to go through the Feywild to leave this place. We are actually within a mountain. Strangely, the only way in and out is through the Feywild. So that's unique.
Your girl Lagak is gonna go. We're inside a mountain, and the only way to access it is through the Feywild.
Yes.
God, this sounds like the perfect place to train you, except for all that temptation. Ooh.
Well, they did say that we could read. We just can't take anything, but we can't go anywhere anyway. So.
The Gok's like, everyone calm down, but she's like, oh, well, reading is the fundamental. Yes, perhaps we can go read.
Indeed. I say that all the time. Yes.
Well, as the man says, know thyself. And I know that if I dip my finger in the pool, I'm going to want to take a lap or two, and so I'm going to have to abstain from reading.
I mean, it's an extensive library. I don't know if you saw that there. I took a bit of a gander myself.
Definitely saw all and each and every one of those books.
Well, I saw there's that one special book.
Yes, I think if we perhaps
Somebody
just took the case off that, and if we're allowed to read, we could just read through that a bit. That seems like a perfectly fine solution if you've been given... wait. No, I'm just going to go with this. I like the sound of it. Yes, if you've been given permission somehow, we should do it. Yes, of course.
Yes, indeed.
But you were talking about these entities. Okay, I can describe sort of what I think I saw, and kind of we'll sort of describe the figure that he thought he saw a bit.
Was it like a burning biped?
No. It was sort of it was a biped. It was sort of it seemed not really. Does he have any magical? Does he arcana or anything? Nope. It looked sort of like I'm just gonna have him roll a flat charisma to try to describe this to you. Actually, not terrible. 15. Sort of was a. I think it was. What do you call the tias? The biped tias.
Woman?
Yeah, a woman. It was a woman.
Female?
Yes, like Imiante. It was a female, I think. Very ugly, but sort of
They usually are.
very yes, but particularly sort of grotesque. I know they all are, but you understand. Sort of
I know this one. A head?
Oh well. You're a magically inclined person. He's kind of turning to Dukea. Are there any hags that could be in the ethereal realms? Is there any? And in fact, anyone who has proficiency in Arcana can go ahead and make an Arcana check. Lord Buku, I'm going to say, based on first-hand knowledge, why don't you make yours at advantage?
Quick question, Philip.
Of course.
I can't find it in the rules. Do my spell slots work like just a normal for the class?
Normal for the class.
So long rest, I'll get them back.
Long rest, you get them back.
22.
22. Upon hearing that, and the key thing is you're like, wait, there were 3. And you know with a 22 that night hag covens feed on dreams. They visit people when they're sleeping. Humanoids, not so much dragons, but maybe if there's 3 of them, they might have set sight on a bigger thing. Especially if this place is so close to the ethereal realm. You suspect this is night hags, and perhaps in a dreamlike place, they could have been making themselves appear like, like fully fiendish and monstrous and frightening.
Gross.
Should we hunt?
That sounds right.
Should we?
I relay that.
Should we hunt them down?
I feel like I want to hunt them down.
Well, it'll be hard to do. They're in the ethereal plane. I can tell you when they're coming here or there, but...
Well, you said you ran into them when you were with the moon dragon, right?
Well, I caught a glimpse.
Well,
I mean,
if we have to pass through the Feywild to get out of this place anyway, maybe we can deal with them there.
We're probably going to see them.
Yeah.
I mean, look, it's not like the dragon was that helpful or friendly, really. So, I don't see any need for us to go out of our
I
way.
don't know. They gave you permission to read their books and their hordes, so they seem both helpful and friendly.
He's got a point.
I mean,
Besides,
when
I'm
you put it that way, I guess maybe a little bit.
I just want to do whatever we need to do to get the training on the road.
I agree. I think that kind of Lagok and Duukea are sort of exchanging another glance, and Duukea is kind of looking around and says, "What we should really do is find the passage into the Feywild. There must be one around here somewhere. If we don't think it's in this cavern, we should look in other caverns. And actually, Duukea will also start doing perception checks, trying to find a passage."
Should
will.
we-
Can I do some perception or investigation?
Make a perception check, XigXag, and go ahead, Tangart. Did you have a question?
I was going to say that I would also be looking.
Go ahead and make a perception. And yeah, Buku, what was your question?
I mean, do we want to? I hadn't really, I hadn't considered leaving right away to be a real option. It seems.
You get Lagok is giving you like a look like we're trying. She and Duukea you're proficient in insight, right? Buku Bazan?
Yeah.
She and Duukea are trying to get Bash out. She's not as worried about making all of you leave, but they're trying to figure out how to get him out so that goes quick.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Yes. Okay. Well, yes. Then we should totes do that. Then.
XigXag and Tangart, what did you roll in your perception checks?
14.
14.
Man. I'm going to just say everyone should make one. Anyone who has not made a perception check looking for a way out should do this. I will also roll one for...
Can I do an active investigation?
Natural 20. 25.
And a 1. So Buku Bazan, maybe it's because you did this. What was you wanted to do an active investigation? What were you asking, XigXag?
Yeah, I could have done, yeah.
With a 25, Buku, maybe it's because you spent some time in this thing. You glance around, and suddenly you're like, maybe you just only see it when you're a cool guy who talks to dream moonstone dragons. In this very cavern where you are, on the far side of it, kind of like not perfectly opposite where you would sort of rise up, but kind of like tucked away, you can tell that just one of the cavey walls just isn't really there.
I go over to merciless and I go, does that wall over there seem strange to you?
Possibly. You think that's the way out?
Oh, you think that's the way out? Oh, interesting. I hadn't really considered that. It looks like Master Lasso found the way out over here.
Oh, that's very.
I don't see it. It's a wall.
What? Where?
She's
Where?
staring so hard at it.
This
I'm just. I'm literally just
Shishi, why don't
daydreaming
you
about that
like
spell
reach
book.
out
That's all I'm
and
doing.
touch it then and prove that it's a wall?
Oh, Tangart, you coy fellow, you. I like it.
Shishu, do you reach out a hand?
Uh-huh.
It kind of passes into shadow. You can still sort of see your hand, but it seems like, yeah, it's odd.
Wow, good job, Master Lasso.
And then Shishu,
Vanguard.
you hear just very softly a voice saying, "Come play with us. Hello, who's there? Come on, come play."
Sounds like we're being invited to a play date.
Come play, come play with us.
I mean, I'm not one normally to turn down an invitation, but a play date with whom?
Hey, playful people on the other side. Who are you?
Actually, we'll roll for this.
Playful creatures. I don't want to assume you're people.
You hear, it's just very, very like, what was your insight modifier be, Shishu?
Oh.
Good.
-1.
Perfect. Okay. So despite not a great thing, kind of just the voice is like, we'll come on through. It's gonna be fun. Come on. It's gonna be great. You get the sense that
sounds like fun, right?
you get the sense that like they can't quite talk to you until you're a little further in.
I'm gonna can I just stick my jaws in?
Sure.
And I'm up to my eyeballs.
Absolutely. You're up to your eyeballs and kind of just,
Yeah.
you seem to still be in like this cave. It's just like a slightly different thing. There are still crystals growing, but they're much brighter, much fancier. You can see a ways ahead of you. There's like a beautiful starry night out of like a passage. But sitting on a little shelf next to you, just being just totally chill, is just this little mushroom.
Oh, it's so cute.
Toad.
And this mushroom's
so cute.
And this mushroom's just
We're
like
100% gonna go play
like
with this now.
come on, come play with us.
And I'm like, you guys, come on, we have to go now.
So do you head out?
What do you-
Friends.
What did you see?
We need to
I
pick up
think
our
she's-
treasures and things.
I think she's gone, folks.
So
I think we
Shishu
better-
kind of goes through this, and Shishu, if you would just do me a cool, chill favor and just make a wisdom save.
Okay.
Where's
Just
my
like
man?
no prash wisdom save.
Just a wisdom save.
Where's my man? The big lord,
Lord Dressley Bash,
13.
he's back there. 13.
Lord Bash.
You will get to Shishu later. Shishu goes through, nobody sees Shishu.
Yeah, I'll sort of immediately begin sort of flying towards where she is.
You go through there and you see Shishu is just
I'll follow too.
there's various mushrooms in there and they're just like, hey, come play, everything's good. And Shishu is just like kind of curled up on the ground asleep.
Oh,
And as you guys pass through, would you both make wisdom saves as well? And Lord Bash is looking over his stuff, still looking up, and answer to your question, Elon. He's glad someone seems to have found a way out.
Yeah, I
26.
don't want to leave. I'm gonna stay attached to the old man. You know.
I think that's a good call. Tangart,
14.
14. Tangart flies through, and it's just Tangart. It is like you just flew into just a room of warm milk and fuzzy socks, and you are just like boom down for the count. You are just fall right asleep. Lord Buku, you remain awake, and as you remain awake and they both fall asleep, all of the little mushroom people kind of turn to you and just go, "Yay! You did it! Way to go! You played! You won the game! Yay! Hooray! 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 You did it! They didn't. You are good and they are bad.
It is nice to be recognized for one's greatness. I do.
Should we play again?
That. Sure. What game shall we play this time?
You pick. Not hide and seek. We
Ah.
can't move. We can't move. We're stuck here. We grow where we are. We grow where we are.
You do indeed. How about we play, you know what game we should play? It's not necessarily my favorite, but I think it's a good one. Let's play Wake My Friends Up. How's that?
Oh, wait. We have a great way to play this.
Uh-oh.
Let's play the game. Let's play the game. Let's play it the fun way. So basically, as they're sort of doing stuff, XigXag, what are you doing? Elon is sort of staying in here. Lagok and the others are kind of waiting. And, like, no one's worried. Like, 3 dragons just went in there.
Do I hear this?
You hear nothing of this until, like, you're literally passing through. Like, none of you even heard the come play with us voices.
Okay.
Shishu said somebody saying play with me and went through.
Did
XigXag,
I
what are you
see-
up to?
Did I see Shishu just disappear through the wall?
Shishu and Buku and Tangart have all disappeared through the wall.
I'd like to go up to the wall and just investigate.
Make an investigation check.
It's a natural one.
You're like, I get it. This is a real wall. This wall over here, this must be the fake wall. And you touch it and it's just solid wall. Oh, okay.
I don't know.
So, as you guys are just, the rest of you in there, Buku, they say, okay, do you want to go first or should we?
Can you tell me the rules of the game?
You have to wake them up the best.
Oh.
Oh, wait, we can compare. Ooh, yeah, let's compare. They're all like, yeah, here's a plan, here's how we'll play. Earmuffs. And you see that these tiny little fey creatures suddenly appear. Oh my god, I need everything on my... I can pull it up so fast on the other thing, but to get it for you guys on the iPad, I hate everything. You see these tiny little fey creatures start running up. They're wearing these big masks. Their bodies are kind of like dark. They have big hair kind of sticking out. And they're like, and they kind of run over and they're looking at them and they sort of nod for a second and they kind of run off and some of them like run outside and they're really fast and they come back in and they have like, they've just got like mushrooms and nuts and all sorts of like moss. And they kind of point at the things and they point at, we'll say Tangart, even Shishu Odd. They point at Shishu, and they just start stuffing Shishu's ears with, like, moss and mushrooms and stuff to just prevent her. And they're like, okay, one of us wakes up this one, and then you wake up the other one. So you want to go first, or should we go first?
I'll go first.
Okay, wake him up.
Okay, I try to wake up Tangart.
Sure, just shake him.
Yeah.
He wakes up.
Ah.
And all of the mushrooms start going, boo! Boring. Lame. That was lame. That was boring. That was boring. That was unimaginative. That wasn't fun. We wanted fun. You're gonna lose and we're gonna win. We said wake 'em up the best and you lose.
Vanguard, was he the big spoon and I'm the little spoon, or like how?
I think you guys like.
I think you are
muffled are
definitely
we?
the big spoon.
You
Yeah,
were, but it's like
he was
it like
jetpack.
it was so instantaneous that you guys were just like flap. Oh, okay, just kind of sprawled around.
It's the most interesting way to wake up. Can you put him back to sleep? I'll do it better.
Oh, sure. And these spores fill the space. Could both of you please make wisdom saving throws, both Buku and Tangart?
Oh gosh.
Oh no.
Oh god.
Fools.
Oh no. We're gonna be here forever.
That's a natural 20. So that's a 26.
So Tangart, you're like,
love playing a villain, guys.
Tangart, you're fine. You see him coming. You don't breathe in. Buku, what do you got?
Wisdom saving throw?
Wisdom
Is it wisdom?
Wisdom.
17.
Buku, you also, this time you're like, whoa, but you managed to, you stay awake. And they're like, oh, it didn't work. Oh no. Somebody bring a Fomorian. We'll get a Fomorian. Fomorian can hit him on the head, and that'll put him back to sleep. Yeah, 1 second.
Oh, no, it's there's no need for that.
Wait,
that's
do y'all
fine.
want me to
It's
just
fine.
go back to sleep? I can just...
Yeah, go back to sleep. Go to
Okay,
sleep.
so-
Go to sleep. Go to sleep.
I'll just lay back down and go back to sleep.
All right.
You're so relaxed here. You can just.
At this point, one of these lumbers in from the entrance over there.
Oh.
Somebody needs something.
No,
God, I'm sleeping through all this.
Nobody needs a head club.
no head
Okay.
clubs needed.
Fine.
Thank you.
Some of these various mushrooms are like, oh, that's fun. And the chewingas, they kind of go over. That's what was I gotta find a picture of them. They kind of they start stuffing a bunch of stuff in Tangart's ears as well. Tangart, you're probably not fully asleep, so you super duper just feel that.
That's all right.
Oh yeah,
Boss, right?
yeah. And these guys are just running around like just just causing trouble.
Oh,
Super cute.
And so they do that, and now they say, "Okay, our turn.
Sure. Go.
Okay, go ahead." And they look over, and they nod.
Can I? I would just like to be prepared to intervene if it's something potentially life-threatening for Shishu.
Understood. You're kind of like ready to action to just like jump over to try to interrupt if something. Understood.
Yeah.
I'll certainly allow that. All right. After a few moments, it's kind of like an odd, quiet kind of vibe in here. And then, out of nowhere, this goat appears, but it's not like a normal goat. And I actually don't have an illustration of this because this is a thing I have for a completely different reason, but I'm going to sort of show you a part of something else to explain why this goat looks slightly different than other goats. Basically, the goat's ears are kind of like a little like elongated, a little different than normal goats. And it kind of just imagine that the ears are kind of like these ears is the idea, okay? And this goat just kind of blinks into like right over Shishu, like from somewhere where it was hiding, and then proceeds to just do a terrifying human goat scream. Like, like the way that goats scream. Yeah. And Shishu, you wake up to a blink goat screaming in your face.
I just claw at it.
Go ahead and make an attack roll.
A blink goat.
Jesus. Wait a minute. What's my attack modifier?
Probably high.
Oh, it's a
7?
9.
A 9 to hit? Or a 9 attack modifier?
9 to hit.
A 9 does not hit as you kind of reach for this, and then and it just screams at you and then disappears. And then you hear a faint screaming about like 40 feet kind of back down the corridor, like, and it starts running. And all of the mushrooms are singing, "That was great, we did good, that is the way to wake someone up. You did bad, and we win, but you want to go again."
That's pretty good. That was
And then
pretty good.
the various, and also as they do that, all of those little chwingas there are just like, and some of them start holding up like signs that have drawings of like a dandelion or like an acorn cap, like.
I'm pulling moss out of my.
Oh, they actually pulled that out when there's probably some vestiges, but they pulled that out for you, okay. And now they're taking it of Tangarts and gesturing that you get another try, Lord Buku.
All right. Sure. I've got it. Cool. Totally got this. Yeah. Are there like stalactites or something around?
Sure. Yeah.
I would like to grab a couple of those.
Okay. Make a strength check. Are you just grabbing them, or you're trying to break them off?
I'm trying to break them off.
Make a strength check or athletics if you got it.
That'd be what's it called? 14.
Yeah, you could break off some smaller ones, no problem. You do that, and half of the mushrooms are like, "Ooh," and the other half are like, "Ooh," like sitcom audience. Oh,
cool,
yeah.
Cool. And I'm gonna use them as like pound sticks, and I'm gonna put one on either side of Tangart's head. And then I'm going to take in a deep breath. And then I'm going to roar as loud as I can and pound those on either side of his head.
Okay. Tangart,
shake the ground.
You wake up. Go ahead and Lord Buku, I guess, make a intimidation or performance. Your choice.
I don't like either of those. I don't think.
I think one of those does get. I think intimidation you may get.
I think intimidation.
Oh,
does.
also
21.
A 21. Yeah, you get deception, intimidation, persuasion. With a 21, you are Tangard. It is not a fun way to wake up.
Oh, come on, man. You asked me to sleep, I sleep. Why are you waking me up? Don't be a sleep sentry. This has really disrupted my life, man.
My apologies,
Oh
Master
my
Lasso,
God.
but a competition. My apologies, Master Lasso, but it's a competition.
There's a lot of discussion
yeah.
between those various mushrooms.
It's like still echoing.
That was, and then one mushroom goes, "That was okay, but it kind of lacks subtlety."
You brought in a goat that screams. I used the environment around me.
We blinked in a goat. It came out of nowhere.
I mean, I blinked before I started. Did you not see me blink in and out? Did you all not see me blink in and out? I'm the blinkiest of them all. Must have been so quick you didn't even notice.
I don't. Did anyone see that? I didn't see that. The Chewingas are all like,
Well, can't account for taste apparently.
a Chewinga actually runs over to you, and pulls out a red flower petal and holds it up to you and then whistles.
Oh, I
That doesn't-
no. That is. I refuse to accept this. I start kicking dirt at him, at his feet.
Then they're all throwing red flower petals. They run out of those. They start throwing yellow ones. They run out of those. They start throwing like pine cones.
What's going on here? But
I start chest bumping
it
them.
does not seem good.
They're cheating, is what it is. We had a fair competition going on. I clearly won, and they refused to admit it. Oh,
Sore loser, sore loser, sore
Oh, it's
loser, sore loser.
home crowd
The
is what
mushrooms
this
are
is.
just all chanting, etc., etc.
I'm offended. How dare you all?
So, like, is
I'm-
this the way out or not? Did we figure that out while I was gone?
I have no idea. We're playing a game. I don't
They're now
know.
talking to each other. They're all just ignoring you guys.
Mr. Mushroom, is this the way to the Feywild?
What? Please, Mr. Mushroom is my father.
I'm sorry.
Do you know him? He left to get cigarettes 12 years ago. Which we all thought was weird because he didn't have legs or lungs.
Yeah.
Strange. Sounds like a fun guy, though.
Oh, he was fun.
I appreciate what you did there, Lord Buku. I think I understand what you were doing.
We try. Because
What? We don't get it. What is
you
it?
can see the audience I'm working with. Yeah.
We don't get it. What does that mean?
It's fun. He's a fun guy.
Yeah?
You're all mushrooms.
Well, I mean, I'm a mushroom. My father was Mr. Mushroom. The rest of us, we're not mushrooms. We're
What?
campestry.
I don't even know what that is.
Well, it's us.
But great. Well, it's
Well, I guess it's a valuable lesson, right? Not all mushrooms. I think we've learned something here, Buku. I think best just move on, I think.
I hate this place.
I suppose we should be moving on.
Yes.
Now that we get, because we have spores.
You get that one, but you don't get. Okay, I give up. I don't know.
Actually, one Schwinga kind of comes over to you, like shaking its head like this, and just like hands you like a dandelion, Buku,
Thank you.
and just like is gesturing at them, just like
Thank you. You don't know how much that means to me. I needed a win, and I appreciate that.
it's fine. Kind of go back over to the other Schwinga, who are all, still they're gathering up their petals and putting them back into their pouches to throw red petals and such. In any case, yes, are you guys going to remain here? Are you gonna go forward, or are you gonna go back and consult with everyone?
I feel like we should get everybody, but let's get everybody. But
Okay.
But what are you guys called? Campestre?
We're campestry, yeah. But you can just call us mushrooms or fungal growths or whatever you want, just whatever you'll remember, if that's easier for you.
I want you to know that we really enjoyed playing with you, but we have to go talk to our friends.
Okay, bye. Come play again soon.
Okay, great.
This was the yeast fun time I've had in a while. This
Yeast?
game.
The different organism.
It's a different kind of growth. Oh, sorry. I heard fungal growth and I just went with it.
The Schwinger are really thinking on that one. They start holding up cards that again just have, like a fish on one, and just you have no idea what it means. But the competitor are like, ooh.
You're judged.
Yeah, that seems good. They didn't pull up the red petals again, so I'm gonna call that a victory. As I sort of like walk back through the wall.
Buku, you notice there's one mushroom who's got kind of like a sly look on their face, like they're realizing something. And then they turn to all the other ones and say, "Oh, I guess he wasn't such a fun guy after all." And they all start laughing their heads off.
Oh, crap.
Stole your joke right from you. I hate it when that happens.
The worst. You all have no taste here. The lot of you.
They might taste good.
Shishu and so Tankard's already gone through Shishu and Lord Buku. What are your passive perceptions for me? Buku, I think you said you're
15. Can I?
Good.
Quick question.
Sure.
If I use my dragon breath, can I just use it to stun them?
They can
and not do any damage.
They can make the choice to be stunned rather than taking damage.
Is that a sensible thing that creatures would choose to be stunned rather than be killed by my breath?
Most sensible creatures would choose to be stunned.
I won't do it.
You were not sure what these would do. But most sensible
Mushrooms.
creatures would just whatever.
Unbelievable.
In any case, you guys seem to
All I know, something's rotten in this cave. That nothing.
They're laughing too hard at the original fungi joke that one mushroom came up with. In any case,
This conversation's decomposing.
one of them hears that and they laugh hard at that too. They're into that. In any case, you are all now back in the cave with everyone else. Lagak is there like, does there seem to be passage? Is it safe? Are you all right?
I wouldn't call it safe, but there's passage somewhere.
It's fine. I took a nap. I feel great.
Yeah, I also feel very refreshed, other than the slight ringing in my ears still from when Buku sort of woke me up by roaring in my face.
Did you find a way out?
Well, we're not entirely sure. We kind of wanted to come back and consult with y'all before we ventured further down.
Yeah.
We thought it would be like
We thought you guys should come with us. We didn't want to go all the way.
Hey, Books, do you think that maybe, like, that dream was... Do you think that maybe the exit was in that dream place you went to?
Lord Buku, the exit is through the Feywild. So...
But so you were in a... That wasn't where you were in the dream, when you were dreaming.
Well, I was in the Feywild, but also in Bazan Keen.
I gotcha. Okay.
Other places.
So
I don't think it
let's
was.
let's get out of here then.
Lagak is gonna kind of come saying, so you think we can get? Because we sort of have two options. I am a bit worried about Lord Dressley Bash, but Duukea did point out perhaps the safest thing to do would be for them to leave the cave. Lord Dressley Bash would be willing to leave the horde here under your protection, or the protection of some of the humanoids. Camp outside if any of you wish to camp outside. Perhaps that would make sense, but Lord Dressley Bash is thinking he will camp there, and then tomorrow Duukea can prepare another teleportation circle, and he and whoever else is going to move along can do so from here.
Oh.
Sounds like a good
I definitely put
plan.
my percentage into my pockets.
Yes, I think that's wise. So are you comfortable doing this?
I mean, I think that maybe we should.
I think it would be good for some. He would like for some people to stay here. I'm under the understanding from Du'Ukea. Du'Ukea suggests if there are night hags about, no humanoids or bipeds should remain here. But the bombs and towers might be less susceptible to such things if you wanted to stand guard.
Yeah.
Well, the night
Well, I mean, I
hags
feel
not
good
gonna
about-
steal the good worth treasure.
Yes.
Do they?
I don't know. It's what you think would be best. Basically, if you think we can safely get out that way, do you wish to go there, or any of you want to stay here?
I would like to stay here for a little bit.
Okay.
I don't think we
I
should
am-
split the party.
I am thinking if it is possible, we should stay here and train. This is a very secret place. Especially
Yeah,
if you
but
if you have communicated with the creature who's here and gotten some leave to stay here. I think that would be very wise, Lord Buku.
Yes.
Yes,
And
Ella.
I could actually probably talk to him again.
And
Yes,
so
Ella.
what is Bash doing?
Bash is we're going to send Bash to sleep outside, and tomorrow he and Duque, they would carry their horde along. Duque is going to prepare the spell, the teleportation circle, and they will leave from here to another place.
Well, that seems sensible.
So
Yeah,
And-
yeah.
Yeah, if we've got a bit of privacy, maybe then yeah, we can.
we can
And
look
he's
into
gonna
trouble.
leave. Wait, he's going to leave his horde with us.
Well, no, he doesn't really want to do that, but he believes he can trust you since he can trust you to guard his horde on his behalf.
And where exactly is he? I'm a little.
He's going to leave this cavern, passing through the Feywild to encamp on the side of the mountain.
Ah, yes, perfect.
Leaving his horde here, he will return here, and they can use the teleportation circle out of here in the morning.
That sounds great.
So, are you all willing to stay here and camp here tonight?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think so. I
All
don't
right.
think I am.
I'm going to go with them. I don't think it is good for me to rest here. So we will kind of hand wave a bit. Do any of you wish to escort them back through, or do you want them to just have to deal with that stuff on their own?
Oh, I'll guide them, or at least let them know about the.
Understood. Then I'll sort of say after about an hour or two of shenanigans later, they do pass through that passage, and they seem to make it
Or it's
outside.
shenanigans.
Whichever of you, like Tangard, if you kind of went with them, you can now kind of come back, and there does appear to be a situation where you can pass into the Feywild here, into a mountain in the Feywild. You can then either pass back into the material plane on some woods on the side of the mountain in the material plane, kind of, just really just like 60 feet away or so, or maybe a little further than that. Or you can continue on to the Feywild. And there was a lot of trying to wrangle. Yeah, Lord Dressley got charmed a few times and got, but you guys got him out. They're on the mountainside there on First Beam.
You all ever heard of something called a blink goat?
No, that's absurd. I've never seen a blink goat.
You know that while he was in the Feywild, he was kissing one.
Blink goat, that's absurd. There's no such thing as a blink goat.
I had an experience with a blink goat.
Pish posh, no such thing.
He was in my face.
Inside your face? That's very upsetting. He was wearing you like a mask?
He's. You seem really into blink goats.
I
You
suppose
seem really into my story, like too into it.
the prospect of it is intriguing, but there's no such thing. Well, I assure you. Guard my gold well, please. Please, I appreciate it. Thanks for all your help, but don't let anyone take any of it.
Did you say guard your goat?
Oh, I don't have a goat.
Imianthe, do I have a goat? My lord, you don't have a goat.
I don't have a goat yet. A blink goat. That would be a thing. Oh, yes, of course.
Can I go and talk to these little mushroom friends just for a second?
Certainly, Elon. After a few rounds of them trying to put you to sleep or engage in other weird games, they're willing to talk to you.
Hey, friends.
God, there's so many dragons coming through here.
Crazy. It's that time of year.
That's what this time of year is. We've been wondering, because it's not summer, but it's not quite like time for like all the holidays. Yeah, that's what this time is. It's dragon time.
Have you noticed any other creatures going through here?
Going through here?
Or I don't know.
I mean, all sorts of
Around
stuff
here?
comes through here.
Yeah. Anything like a? Do you know what a hag is?
They all kind of, and some of them kind of like, just the faces kind of curl up. It's like,
Oh,
we don't want any trouble. Nobody wants any trouble.
Oh no. Are those hags trying to hurt you? You can flash your spots once if that's what's going on.
What? How do you flash spots? What?
I don't know. I panicked.
I mean, we just don't mess with hags.
If you wanted to find one, where would you go?
Oh. Feywild, I guess. Like, I mean, around, you find somewhere really scary looking. Or, conversely, you find somewhere really nice looking. What does conversely mean? I don't know. It just sounded right in the moment. I think it's about sneakers.
Okay, well, this has been really great. Okay, bye.
Whoa, that was a sudden sign off.
I feel very awkward.
As you walk out, one of them goes, I guess he wasn't much of a fun guy. And the other competitor, like, oh, stop making, dude, like I said so many times. We get it. Tired of you making that joke that you came up with. In any case.
Yeah, the mushroom guys definitely invented that joke.
But the one who invented it, he's done it too many times now. Now they're all sick of it. He needs a new trick.
He's Costanzing as well. I believe it's called.
That's really what he's doing.
Back in the Plains of Solace.
So, in any case, you guys are going to take a long rest. Is that correct?
What we should do, guard?
Do some guards.
I'd like to avoid it if I can.
You'd like to avoid what?
I wanna go read.
Oh, you want to just go up and start reading.
Yeah.
Understood. In that case,
Yeah.
we are going to end tonight. And rather than ending with a long rest, we will begin with reading and attempting a long rest. And who knows what shenanigans. So, I had you guys prepare for like stuff that I thought would happen. I should have known with this group. This is going to be... This game will take so long just because you guys are hilarious. So, all good. Well, everyone, thank you so much for watching.
Hey, we got him out though. Hey,
You did get him out for the night, and
We
I think
did get
he
him
should
out.
probably be able to get through in the morning.
And I know, Philip, that we only really made it through 3 rooms, but that's not the worst I've ever done.
No. It's you guys did. The plenty happened today.
Yeah.
I thought maybe less would, but I mean, also, what the hell's wrong with me that I'm gonna send them to this horde with all this stuff, and then we'll get rid of the other dragons real quick, and then we can start training. That was a dumb thing for me to think would happen. But in any case, I want to say thank you to everyone for watching. If you enjoyed this game, please like and or subscribe to our channel, and then come back next week for more Here Be Dragons, where they're going to read books. What could possibly go wrong?
Everything.
If you like Feywild stuff, it's very interesting because this was all randomly like.
I was wondering if we were gonna end up like trapped in the Feywild and become like the villains in the
of their game. Yeah, exactly. We have a game set in the Feywild that's going on the other night. Man, if Campestri had hands, I would have had them say "Be well" to you guys. We have another game. It's set in the Feywild. It's a super lighthearted, fun game. And that is on Monday nights. It's called Wellness Beyond the Witchlight. It used to be Wild Beyond the Witchlight, but now that they're in the Feywild, it's called Wellness Beyond the Witchlight. And then on Fridays, we have a game called Blood from a Stone. I feel like I hype things so much. I'm going to say right now, Blood from a Stone is undergoing a huge change on this coming Friday. I urge everyone to check it out. If you've seen all the episodes, you will enjoy this. If you haven't seen an episode, now's a very interesting time to jump on. Blood from a Stone is we had a pretty momentous session previous to this, and this coming Friday is going to be really exciting. So if you like horror games that are mean-spirited, check us out on Friday nights for Blood from a Stone. Also go to our Discord. discard it at the end of turn. Go to our Discord. We've got all sorts of fun stuff there. We've got downloads and novellas and maps and crazy stuff. I think that's my whole spiel that I usually make. Would anybody else like to plug any of their fun stuff? You wonderful players, you.
I'll say it again. Tuesdays at 5. Andrew is trying. We can help me solve some grisly murders on the high seas.
Grisly murders on the high seas.
Playing Return of the Obra Dinn.
And a half hour before that, I'm cooking food on Instagram.
Oh, great.
Tuesday afternoon is just chock full of
And it's only
content.
a half hour, so immediately as soon as I'm done, you tune into Andrew.
Wow. And if we cook along with you, we have the food prepared too.
That's right, to sit and relax.
True.
Absolutely.
Dinner.
That's wonderful. I don't know for grizzly adventure on the high seas. I don't know if I should make a grizzly bear joke or a marijuana joke. Maybe neither. Maybe I just move
Put
on.
your mushroom cap on and come up with a good idea there, buddy.
Oh my god.
Grizzly bear high.
Oh my god. Those fucking mushrooms are those guys.
Oh
are
my god,
idiots.
it's so good.
They're
I
so
want.
good.
I just
I
want
love the
a whole
mushrooms.
session. I love them so much. I'm so jealous. I wasn't in there.
They're so dumb.
XigXag will try to lick them just in case.
Understandable. And some of them, XigXag will be rewarded. And other of them will taste terrible. Well, yes, so that will be our game for tonight. Thank you all for watching. We really do appreciate it. And until next time, I will close with, I don't have a phrase for this yet, so I'm going to continue saying, have a dragon of a night. Dragon. Yeah. This night's really dragging on. I don't like that. I don't want to do a pun. I want it to be cool. How about yes, until next time, here were dragons. It's a tense. That's what you call turning it to past tense.
Yeah, that's
from present tense.
Yeah.
Cool. Good night, everyone. Bye.